So I'm Nate, fishing guide and owner of Teton Fly Fishing, and I just wanted to show you guys how to tie one of my favorite hopper patterns for fishing out here in western Wyoming. This is my version of the grand hopper, and I say my version just because I use the materials I have and it comes out looking pretty good. Here's a finished fly. I tied it in yellow. You can also do it in tan, but let me show you how to tie it. So I'm going to start off with a size 8 long shank hook, some yellow 6/0 thread. You could use 3. I'm just going to wrap that back the hook shank, cut it, and then I'm going to wrap it again a couple more times, because what we're going to do is end up gluing a foam body on here. So we want to give that hook shank some texture for that glue and foam to stick on. So once I got it about 3 or 4 times wrapped around, I'm going to bring it about 3/4 of the way to the front of the hook, and I'm going to grab a 1/4 inch foam cylinder, and I just push on it a little to sort of break it in, and then I'm just going to cut it so I make kind of a triangle shape. And then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, and taking my time, I'm going to cut a slit in it about 1 inch long. And you don't want to go too deep with it, and what that's going to do is allow us to put it over top of the hook shank. So once I have my slit in the foam, take my super glue here, put it along, and then I'm just going to take the foam and stick the shank of the hook in it, and then tie it in the front. Give it a bunch of wraps. That way, if it gets beat up pretty good, the thread will still hold the foam on the hook, so you won't run out of luck. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, I've got a feather here from a pheasant. A friend of mine was nice enough to give me, and this is where it gets a little funny. I'm going to take a little packing tape. I'm going to put it over top of the feather. Just press that in. Cut off the bottom of the feather that's not with the tape. So now I have a piece like this. Okay. And I'm just going to cut the outline of the feather. So I'm getting rid of some of it because I want the lighter browns and tans to stand through. Okay, so I'm left with this guy. And then I'm going to fold it over with the tape side on the top. Okay, so I fold it right on the stem of the feather. Again, I'm going to cut it down a little more, and this is going to be the wing of the hopper. Grasshoppers have wings. That's what this is going to be. So once I cut it down pretty small, again, keeping it folded over, I'm just going to tie it in. It makes a really nice wing. Okay, and clip off the top. And at this point, too, you can clip off that extra part of the foam. Okay, so there we have our hopper body. Okay, and then what I've done is I've cut pieces of rubber leg, 2 strands together, and they're about 1.5 inches each. Okay, I'm going to fold them, tie them in a little knot. For the first one, you don't want to pull it too tight. And one thing I've found when you're using these is to help that knot stay put, it's always nice to put just a dab of super glue in the knot and then pull it tight. Otherwise, a lot of times that knot will eventually work its way out. So you got your knotted leg. You're just going to tie that in. And then we're We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Again, tying a knot in it, but not making it so tight, because what we're going to do again, just a teeny tiny dab of super glue. And that's going to help that knot stay. You want those legs to be right on the side. A couple wraps. Okay. And then the finishing touch, just going to take a little piece of orange foam and I'm going to just tie it in on the top. That gives you, you'd probably be able to see this fly anyway in the water, but that'll help you out a little more. So once you got that in, you can just pull your thread to the eye of the hook, give it a few wraps. Whip finish it. Okay, and then I like to take these little pieces of rubber leg in the front and break them up. Split it with your scissors. And then lastly, we're going to take a brown permanent marker and just give the body of the fly some dots. Just a little color variation. And I give them eyes because why not? So we do that. And then if you want to, you can take your marker, give the legs some barring. Upper legs have some texture, different color to it, so they blend so well with the grass. So there you have it. Just a quick version of the grand hopper. It's a great dry fly to fish out here in the summer, August, September, when the hoppers are out. So yeah, I hope that helps you out. And if you're ever out here looking for a fishing trip, give me a call.